You know. Oh, yes. Oh, full trigger, full trigger, full trigger, full trigger. Barrel roll with it. Let's go. Full trigger, full trigger. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, man. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. I'm Big B. So we got the big 48 on the block. It's a big block, and I think I need a bigger freaking table. Today we're actually going to go through this boat a little bit. I'm actually going to answer some questions that I've been asked and go over some of my likes, some of my dislikes, some of my concerns, and some of the stuff that I'm actually looking forward to with this particular model. So stick around. We're gonna just do some talking about the new 48. It's making some big waves, quite literally. So stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. So let's get into it. I've actually had a ball with this boat. You know, I've had a freaking ball with it. Man, I tell you what, I think it has a lot of potential. I really do. Even with the 950 kV, lower kV motor, I think it's got some potential to do 65. Well, Mr. Mad did 65, so I think it's got 70 in it with the stock electronics and find a proper prop for it. Yeah, 70 may be pushing it, but that's what I'm gonna try to shoot for. You know. So this is a big boat. You get this thing, man. You're gonna you need the place to put it. You know. You're probably gonna have to buy some new props for this big thing, because I didn't have any props big enough for it. I really didn't. I absolutely love it. I mean, it's freaking awesome. It's a head turner, and I'm actually super. I like fiberglass boats, you know, carbon fiber, fiberglass, they're freaking awesome, especially carbon fiber. But I'm kind of glad that they went with the polycarbonate hull, you know. If they would have just like went like fiberglass, it would have been probably a non-self-righting boat, you know, like the Impulse. Like this polycarbonate gives them the means of installing a flood chamber. So you have self-righting, you know. I think that their method of putting the polycarbonate hulls together has come a long way since the V1 SonicWake, you know. I think the seam busting open in that boat real often on a lot of guys kind of turned guys off from polycarbonate, but their method has come a long way. And the fact that they went with the inner skeletal system to disperse all the weight inside the boat, and they went with the towers here for the top side support. I mean, you can see I can lift it up with no issue. I'm putting pressure on it. Look at this. It don't move, you know. It don't move. So they put bracing in the proper areas. The whole bow up here, it's packed with foam. Okay, like it'll push in, but that's it. That's all you're going. It's jam packed to the very tip of the boat with foam. Okay. I haven't been getting any water in this boat, so whatever they did with this one, they did it right. They did it right with the canopy hatch and everything. They did it right. Now, granted, I did go through a few Blackjack 42 holes. I'm on my third one, but you got to figure I got the fastest Blackjack 42 on the planet. Okay, and I was pushing that boat for speed, like all out speed, flipping that 42 at 90, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, day after day after day, until I hit that 106. So I actually stand by them. I've had to replace polycarbonate, but they're tough as hell. They take crashes. They will let loose on you. I'm not saying they're indestructible, because nothing in the hobby is. But the nice thing about polycarbonate, and if it breaks, is it's basically, you can pull the hardware off of this boat, slap it on another hull in literally an hour's time. Not even kidding. Everything it threads into the hull. There's no nuts and bolts. The back of this boat is one giant nut plate. You feel me? It's one giant nut plate back there. So everything pulls off and slides on easy as all get out. Okay, so that's a bonus. That's a plus to having a polycarbonate hull. I really didn't like the fact that they used the Z style rudder at first, but I'm actually growing fond of it. They used the Z to offset it, right? So we took this thing out in the hurricane. I had a couple head over heel somersaults, some blowovers, some rollovers, and nothing back here broke. Nothing got tweaked or bent. Actually, this turn fin actually looks like it got tweaked a little bit. But other than that, everything's pretty solid. Okay. I like the fact that they went with the Z because it leaves you an option here. Okay. You can bolt an aftermarket rudder on with no problem. They didn't drill any holes right here. So you could pick pretty much any aftermarket rudder you want to, if you wanted to go that route. So that's one of the main reasons I like this Z style rudder, because you have an option to bolt up basically anything you want to right there. You feel me? I also like the fact that they went with this big plate right here. You know, instead of just 4 screws, they used 6. Okay, and you got to figure, guys were saying this is going to get wobbly, you know, because the rudder is mounted on the strut bracket. I don't think it will. You got to figure, you got a stuffing tube coming through the hole right here, holding the strut into place. 6 mounting screws, thick aluminum plate right here, and this is all beefed up. I think it's going to be okay. You know, guys were worried about its integrity, but I think it's ironclad. I really do. Not saying it's indestructible, because nothing on this planet is, but I think it'll hold up to what we're going to put it through. It's a 50-mile-per-hour boat. Hopes to get in 70. So 50 mile per hour with a boat this big, that's actually pretty freaking good. That's kind of impressive. I thought the boat was going to run real wet. I can get the boat on the water. She's like popping and hopping and carrying on. And I mean, it rides real dry and loose, and I like that part about it. Trying to get that bounce and stuff tamed down. Now, that's a different story. I'm working on it. I'm finding out that some medium lift props actually tend to work a little bit better. From the prop testing I've done, that medium, it run real good on here, you know. This boat here, it's a learning curve. Like the V1 or V2 SonicWake, it likes, or my boat likes, a flat strut position. This one here likes a little bit of down. It likes a little down angle. Kind of drives that bow down a little bit. It does scrub a little bit of speed off, but it handles a little bit better. It's more predictable, you know. So it's a learning curve. I got some trim tabs coming for it. I was talking to Ryan at Mad Lizard, and he was saying that you know, maybe the trim tabs aren't long enough. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that they went with a 2 inch long trim tab. Ryan was saying 3 inches would have been better. I agree. I think a double trim tab set will be better. I think the 50 millimeter 2 inch tab is okay. I noticed when she's on her beam, Annie, she wants to bounce a little bit. So I'm gonna go with a double trim tab set. I'm just gonna drill a new hole right here and mount it on the stock mounting holes, I hope. We're gonna try that. Okay. I like the fact that they went with the long tapered rudder opposed to like a short wide rudder. It gets good left and right turns. Unlike the V2, you get a great right turn and the left turn is lacking. With the shorter rudder, when you make that bank in a turn, in a left turn, the rudder comes out the water. I think he made the right choice using a long tapered rudder. I really do. Actually, I looked at this boat when they were designing it in 3D CAD. I had like a conference call, and I actually mentioned it needs a longer rudder, and I'm glad that they went with that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so in the boat, I actually have some extra large yellow cooling lines coming to match the boat. Does it need it? No, because it's got dual cooling. I'm just going to add my own touch, personalize my boat. I got some yellow straps coming to match the yellow cooling line and everything. Okay, and oh yeah, this is cool. This is one of the things I really like about this, the setup on this particular boat. So the rear mount, motor mount, 4 bolts, it comes out, right? Check this out. The front mount looks like it comes out too. Pretty sure. So if we wanted to put a big block motor mount in here, it's going to be easy. No more grinding with a dremeling out the forward mount so you can fit a bigger motor or a jacket in there. You could take it completely out and do what you want to in here. That's freaking cool. With the 4685 950 kV motor. Okay, that motor right there with the 160, it runs cool. It allows you to put some big props on this thing. Now, I've run this 60mm 3-blade. I've run this 60mm Panther right here. I have not released the video yet. You know, guys are going to be like, oh, no, that prop's way too big. But the boat, it liked it. It handled it. The temps were cool. You know, I want to release the video and show you guys what the power system will handle. And I probably have guys saying it's too big, blah, blah, blah. You got to lead by example, blah, blah, blah. The 950 kV motor is great with ADAS. It also gives you the option later on, if you want to spend the money, to upgrade the ESC and potentially run 12S on this beast. Okay, so I like the fact that they went with the 950. You know, if it was any higher kV, you would be stuck running small props. Like this is I measured it. It's a 56mm OCTURA. Okay, I detoned it and it loves it. It absolutely loves it. My speeds aren't that as good as the 52mm 15 ABC, but the handling is great with that medium lift prop. So I like the fact that they went with the 950 personally. You know, yeah, it's low, but it's a big boat and you don't want to go too high with KV, you know? So one thing that kind of like threw me off was the fact that the 10,000s here in the battery tray, you really didn't have that much adjustability, if any. Now the 5,000s, the recommended 5,000s, you actually have some adjustability, you know. But with the 10,000s, they're kind of stuck in their stock position, which, by the way, is right here, which is exactly 30% from the transom. The recommended center of gravity on a monohull is 1/3, exactly where the batteries are in the boat is 1/3. And the boat run okay. It's a little loose, a little dry running, but I wanted some adjustability, so I actually modified my tray. I cut this forward tabs off right here so I can actually slide my battery forward. And if you cut those front tabs off, you're going to need to actually make you like a little spring locking system to hold this tab down. Because if there's not a battery sitting on that tab right there, it will pop up in a hard crash or something. Which actually, this boat, it really don't flip and blow off the water. It's so big. It's light. It's light for its size, but it don't really blow off the water. I mean, I have blew it off, but it very rarely, you know. So I wanted to move my center of gravity forward, and that is the one free modification I recommend you guys doing. If your boat's running real dry and loose, I recommend doing this modification to your battery trays, moving the CG up to about 31%, and it tames down that little porpoise it has out the box. One modification I highly recommend. Now you can actually get you some carbon fiber trays and screw the carbon fiber tray into this battery tray right here. You just got to find a tray that matches up with this bolt pattern here, and then you have all of this whole 10 inches right here to move center of gravity around. But you know, that right there is really my only gripe, was the fact that you can't really move center of gravity around with it. It comes with a SR315. I like that about it. I'm about to bind up my DX5 Rugged. Okay, so I got the supersonic wake. I kind of like saying supersonic wake. I got it flipped over here. I just about knocked it off my table, but yeah, the keel is flat. I had some guys saying, oh, it's porpoising bouncing because the keel, it's probably got some ridges and humps and low spots, high spots, but it's flat. Check it out, man. It's flatter than my V2 SonicWake. So here's the flat spot on the dead rise here. Look at that. I don't see no light showing through. None. It's flat, man. It's flat. All right. It's flat. Check it out. Oh, I did see a little light right there. But that little dip, hell, that's the only flat spot I see in the whole boat. I'll freaking take it, boy. I'll take it, man. It's a nice looking bottom. So I actually, like I do all my boat bottoms, I magic eraser it, you know. Just kind of, it's slicker with a magic eraser. Also the boat stand. So if you guys end up getting this boat, you see right here, I got some scuffs right here. So, oh God. So the way, don't you do it. So the way they made the boat stand, it actually fits the V of the hull perfectly. The strakes go right here, okay? So I actually have this like suede. It's like a suede sticky pad. It's like a non-skid type thing. So I actually recommend putting some kind of non-skid right here. I think I'm actually going to put a piece right here too, because I've seen a couple little scuffs on my strakes, you know. So maybe like some saddle tape, you know, like the waterproofing saddle tape. Maybe put a little piece of saddle tape right here, and that'll prevent any scuffs to the bottom. You could see where it rubs on the stand, and it's actually rubbing on the hull as well. I use magic eraser. You can't really tell it quite as bad since I magic erased the bottom. Okay, so I wanted to be completely transparent. The only cosmetic damage I have here is from the hurricane bash. Someone asked me about it yesterday, and it started off only being this long, but the vinyl, the sticker here, actually separated. It cracked. You guys see that? The seam on the boat didn't crack, but the vinyl sticker, it definitely tore. You know what I mean? So just wanted to point that out. So what I'm looking forward to most with this boat is tuning it. Getting it above that I'm at 62 miles per hour with it, which I'm actually happy with, you know, but I want more. We always want more, right? And getting the boat with the stock electronics above that 62, 65 mile per hour mark, it'll be a challenge. We actually have to put our hard work and sweat into it. You got to think about what you're doing. Think about the props that you buy, you know, the modifications you do to the props, the hardware that you end up trying to put on the boat, you know. I think it's a great offering. I really freaking do. Okay. And you guys show me a 48-inch 8S capable RC boat for under $700, and I'll jump on it. I'll jump on it, right? I will. I think it's priced right. It self-writes. You know what I'm saying? And 50 plus out the box, you can't freaking beat it, man. You can't beat it. You really can't. The battery tray mod, that helped out a lot, you know. I think I am going to end up putting 12S on it with the stock motor. Why not? I got to save up for the ESC. But that will be fun. But for now, we're going to try to push it in its stock form. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about it. I really am. And there's a link in the description for the boat, the recommended and upgrade batteries. If you guys are interested in the hull, check the description. If you purchase the boat through the description, it does help me out. I am an affiliate with Proboat Horizon Hobby, but being an affiliate, it doesn't really sway my thoughts about the boat. I seriously, like, I love it. I'm in love with it, man. It's solid. It's a solid hull. Why wouldn't you want to pick it up unless you don't have the room for it? You know. So more to come with this beast. All right, we're going to push it, boy. We're going to push it. We'll see what it's made of. See if it's ironclad. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.